Hi everyone, you've come back for part 2. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Dave Bradford. Lovely Laura's here as ever. You alright?
I'm good, yeah.
Nice cup of tea?
Yes. You?
Brought one in with me. And she's doing the demo, I'm there kind of sipping away. Right now, at 10 o'clock this morning, we officially launched Wild Beauty. Now, we were nearly at 20% of the stock gone just by people finding it on Facebook on the Sunday night. Now, we're nearly at 30% of the entire stock of this is gone. I'm not at all surprised because it combines two favourite things. It's got the beauty of the tree, which I just think is stunning. And bearing in mind what's happened in this country with the big sycamore gap tree and everything, everyone's really very they find trees very emotive.
Yeah, and I think they symbolise a lot of different things as well, don't they? And again, it's such a usable image that you can use with other collections as well. You know, we had somebody messaging in the earlier show asking about cars, because like I said, you could put a car in front of it. There's just so many different ways that you can actually use that in different things, and it's just such an unusual shape on its own.
Absolutely. And if I just explain to everyone at home what this die set is, because you look at it and you say, okay, there's the tree, and then what's that, and what's that? And basically, the tree is the heart of it, obviously, and you've got some smaller trees there too, so you can have them behind, giving a sense of depth to the project you're working on. But this one here, I know it looks a bit strange, but that is actually the base. So you attach that's the bottom of the trunk of the tree, you attach that to there, and then that gives you a ground that you can then put all your foliage on, your wreaths on. You've got a little stand, so you can stand the tree up on its own if you want to, or you can make it into a card shape with the actual nesting dies that you've got there around the edge. So you could have a big tree shape and the tree attached to it, or you could have the tree on its own. And some of our design team have done both of those. Now these are your pop-up sections. You've got a rectangular pop-up for things that are longer and a square pop-up for things that are slightly shorter. So your whole scene, when you open up the card, can literally come to life. So that's that. Next to that, you've then got actually two more card shapes here. So you've got these wonderful Tranquil arches. Now these in their own right are separate cards completely. You've got the birds and the clouds there as well, and you've got the beautiful foliage which you can decorate the top of the arches with. All the artwork for that, by the way, and for the tree and everything else in this collection is on the website right now, carnationcrafts.co.uk. You can go there, go to the downloads and print off all the artwork. Now, this is one of the highlights. Look at that. Look at the stag, or is it a deer? I think it's probably a deer actually. You've got the hare in the middle as well, the cunning fox strutting his stuff, and then you've got the owl as well. Now with the vignettes you can have obviously double-sided vignettes, mirrored vignettes we call them. That means that the deer could be looking to the left or the right, so could the rabbit or the hare, so could the fox, and so could the barn owl. Then coming down to the second, all of this is also included. This foliage is wonderful. Now Bobby did tell us the names earlier and they've completely gone out of my head, but anyway, you've got these wonderful ferns and so on that you've got. Very much like a British kind of wildflower scene, and the elements there for decoupaging as well to make it 3D. Over here you've got this grinding wheel. Now I didn't know what that was to start off with, and Bobby told me that where she lives and the area that she grew up and stuff, there's grinding wheels all over where the flour was milled and that sort of thing. So that's what that is. And then you've got of course your turnstile here and more foliage. Now over here, when I came in and looked at it this morning, I thought, what are they? Basically, when you print off your vignettes, there are little verses that you can also print off, and they are the shapes of the verses. So you can print them off and then you can cut them off or cut them out. This sample that I've got here, or that you're looking at there, has got one on, I believe. So they are designed to fit exactly the shape of the verses that you print off. So that's something new. And I know on Facebook earlier on, lots of you are saying you thought that was great, brilliant idea. Now it is $99.99. It is 251006. Now you'll notice that price is reduced. Whenever we do a launch, we always give you, as like a reward for watching the launch shows, a big reduction. This is only for a limited time. So if you order it now, everyone pays just $99.99, and you notice it's free P&P. Obviously, it's not free P&P if you're in the US, but you can still order. We can still get your order to you. Do not worry if you're in America, and welcome if you are. I know the early show, we don't have many American viewers, but the later shows we do, because it's a bit early in the morning over there. 251006, it's called Wild Beauty. Order it today. It will get out in the post as soon as you order. So by 2 o'clock this afternoon, our postman arrives and it will be on its way. If you're in the UK, you might even get it tomorrow. Now that's the main part of the collection. If you have a little look over here, we've also got a couple of extra frames which are going to work with this collection beautifully well. Now the first one we've got is the archway. Now that is the bigger of the two. It is £27.99. Now, if I just show you the sort of thing this archway can create, Pam Simpson of our design team has done this. Look how beautiful that is. There's no artwork for this, but you can use your perfect papers to add a splash of colour if you want to. But you can see how much beautiful detail has been embossed into it with the dye. Stunning, isn't it? And like Laura, you were saying earlier on, that could be a wedding arch, it could be a doorway, a window.
Yeah,
anything.
different colourways. You could use those with so many different. I mean, you could even do it in black cardstock, use it for Halloween. You know, golds, whites, creams. They're going to be perfect for weddings or engagement cards. They just look perfect.
And you've even got, what do we call them?
Easy apertures.
Easy apertures, that's right. Where you see the red and the white on both the arch and the square, that is one solid die. So you've actually got 3 layers there that you can snip, the easy apertures. And then the other dies are separate dies in the centre, okay? So the square one is £24.99 and the oval one is £3 more, £27.99. 251015 if you want to go for the square, different item number if you want to go for the oval. And then finally, we can't have any collection without the perfect papers, because obviously the artwork and the colour of the artwork is key. You don't want to be rummaging around in your craft room trying to find colours to match. You want to have instantly matching and coordinating colours. Now there are some block colours. You've got a pink, a blue and a cream in block, but then you've got 3 other colours that have got patterns on them. The light blue, the yellow and that lovely kind of teal green there. You've got a gingham pattern and a couple of floral patterns on there as well. Add that into your order at the same time. It's only £14.99, and as you can see, those colours work so well with all of these. Now this card that I've just got to show you here, Janine, one of the design team, has done this. It stood out for me for many reasons. It stood out because, of course, it's like a triptych, it's like a trio of the arches, which works so well. But then, can you see that the tree is on the back? It's not in the foreground, it's in the background. If I turn it round, what Janine's done is she's actually put it on the pop-up elements. So you've got the tree peeking through the archway, but it also helps it to stand up. I really like that. I never thought of putting the tree on the back of the arch like that, but it works.
That's one of the nice things of looking at the design team cards, though. They all come up with such different ideas, even though they all get the same dyes, they get the same colourways and the artwork, but they'll all come up with something completely different.
Barbara Treadwell has done this one, but just look at the possibilities you've got with this tree. If you don't want to use it as a 3-dimensional image, you can make it more 1D, maybe for posting, that sort of thing. Pam Simpson's done this one. Again, she's got a little strut on the back there. The card blank has been cut out twice and then just scored to make a lovely tent, which obviously stands it up a treat. Let's look at some more of the 3-dimensional scenes, because these are really beautiful. And again, the tree has been used as a support. This is another Pam Simpson one. So cut the tree out twice. If it's visible from the back, print your double-sided vignette so you can see the tree both sides. But look at that wildlife scene with all the characters and all the foliage. It's such a beautiful thing. And this is the tree on its own. Without using the actual card blank part of it, you do get that little stand at the back, which you can use, so it stands up on its own and you can't see it from the front. But isn't that just gorgeous? Just having the tree shape as the card blank itself with the 2 hairs. That's a case of how you can use the double-sided vignettes, because if you flip the rabbit over or the hare over, one hare's looking left, one hare's looking right, they're having a conversation, aren't they?
They are, and another nice way of showing that was, I think it was Pam's card that you just shown, she cut the stag. So it looked like there was a different deer. The next one that you've got,
this
that one, yeah.
This
so
one.
she's cut the other one. Look, so they look like 2 different ones.
Oh, I see.
Because she's cut the antlers off and put it lower down, so it looks like one's lying down.
You got the male and female.
Yeah. So
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So another way, because obviously they are now both looking at each other. So that's a really nice way of showing you.
One more.
The advantage of having the mirrored vignettes.
Aren't they just beautiful? Get that one out of the way so you can see it properly. There we go. So that for me will be that will be my ideal card, having the stag as the centre of attention with the tree behind it. Beautiful. And don't forget, all those verses you can print off as well. There are background scenes you can print off on the website as well. All of the artwork is free. It's Carnation's gift to you to say thank you for buying the collection. Okay, so the boards will show you exactly what you've got.
Yeah, so we'll start off with the open plan card shape. So you've got your tree obviously as that focal point. So like Dave just showed you, you could use that tree and use 2 of them and just glue the top, and that could be the card shape. You do have the base though, so these will go at the bottom of the tree, and these fit, you can see they're exactly the same shape, so they will just fit there and stand up like that. And then you can pop another one on the back and have your base on either side like that. You've got the card shape there, so you can use that as your base, or you have the almost like the photo stand that you can have on the back. You've also got foliage in here as well, so you can see you get the artwork there for everything, even the 3D tabs as well, so you can see those pop-up elements that will stick down. You're even getting them on there as well, so they will go in. Then you've got your roaming friends. You've got that stag, the hare, the owl and the fox, which they just work so well. They work really well together as well, which I really like. Even when you pop them together, they're still sized perfectly to work with each other and with the tree as well.
I'm so glad that, was it Pam, snipped off the antlers? I didn't think of doing that. That makes so much sense.
And again, it's just that thing that you do get, because like I've said so many times, with carnation dyes, you almost feel like you get a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Because you can flip them round and it does change the look of them, like, especially with animals, because you might build your composition of your card this way and you want the animal or the character to be looking that way. You can always flip them, so everything always works.
Yeah.
And same with the flowers as well. You know, you can see the some are leaning in different directions, or some are leaning which one way more than the other. You can just flip them and then you're going to have them going both ways then. Come on then, Bunny.
Hairtail.
Hairtail. Oh, hairtail. Marlin grass. Bethany.
There you go. Never heard of them.
Never heard of them, and I will probably
Well, they're
forget
lovely.
by the next time we go through the boards. Right, so then you've got your Tranquil arches. Now these are the ones that have got the easy apertures in. So you can see on the front, you've got your matte layers there, so you can just have them as a card base, pop your matte layer on. But in between here, you've got different layers. So you've got 3 layers there that you can snip into. So you've just got these little holding lines that you can just snip in. So just go in with your scissors, just like you would if you were popping out a topper from a card, a paper pack. You just snip those little bits. So those little white lines that you can see there, them are those little bits that are just holding that together. So then you've got the card base, you've got all of these matte layers, the foliage as well. You can see you've got artwork for, so you can pop that on top of there. Equally with the birds as well, and you have clouds as well, so you can pop them in the background before you pop your scene on that.
So like we said before, you're actually getting 3 card shapes in this collection.
Yes, because I would use these as card shapes, and you've got the tree as well, or equally you could even mix and match them up as well. So then you've got your moorland features, so you've got perfect grounding elements in here. You've got like that like sign post there, you've got your foliage and that mill wheel as well, so you've got lots of things there that you can pop on the bottom to ground your scenes, and it really does make such a difference, your grounding elements.
Now this concept I love. I don't think we've done this before, have we?
I haven't seen this before. No. So you've got your 4 dies, so these are what those dies look like, so they will cut out for you. But you've got your sentiments in the vignette in different colorways as well, and then you've got the wording built into that, so you can see how delicate the writing is on here. I think it just fits with the collection as well, doesn't it? So well. It's so intricate, so detailed, and you can see you've got them with where the writing's done in black, but you've also got it where the writing is in white as well, so it's just that little bit softer, but really nice colorways with that pastel color, so exactly the same as the perfect papers in there.
That's the main collection. Then of course we've got a couple of extra frame sets that we can show you, the archway and the square. Now I know Sonal on Facebook has been saying how big are the shaped card dies. All the measurements, Sonal, are on the website. We haven't got a tape measure here to measure unless you've got one, Laura. But they look around about, I'd say about 9 inches high.
I've got a small ruler.
Oh, okay. We can do it ourselves, can't we?
This one, is this the one that...
Both of those, I think, the square and the archway.
It's not big enough.
That's all right. How many centimetres? 15?
Well, from there to there is 15.
So you're looking at about 17 centimetres then in height for the archway. And then the square one, you're looking at about 14, just over.
Yeah, for the largest mat.
Yeah.
It's going to be about there.
There you go. So now hopefully that's answered your question. But all the measurements, if ever you need to know any measurements, check the website. They're always there for you.
Yeah, so then exactly the same with these as well. You've got that easy aperture, so you can see the lines you've got in between here, you can snip into. Same on the square. So you can see those little lines there are the bits that you're going to cut into. So you could cut into this and make that almost like a tunnel. So you've got that really nice aperture and you can get some nice deception in there. Or you can use the mason layers that are on the front for both and just build up on the front of your card. But again, such a lovely image because it's just that like arch. It's just like a woven arch on the style of the both of them. You know, like I said, as soon as I seen that one, I thought of like a door and a wedding. There's so many uses that you can use them with and different collections.
As I said, already 30%, approaching 30% of the entire stock of this collection has gone. If you want to order it today, you're getting in before virtually anybody else. It's the launch day, so you're getting it at a fantastically affordable price. The price will go up after a few days, so there's no club to join, no fee to pay or anything like that. You're entitled to $99.99. That's the value of it. If you want to pay with PayPal, pay in 3, you can do that. It's free P&P to everyone in the UK if you buy it, so add in your perfect papers at the same time makes sense to take advantage of that. And anything else that you need, like glue, the 7-day glue, Pinfair glue gel, ProPrint paper, anything like that you want to add into your order, please feel free to have a look on the website and add it in, take advantage of the free postage. And our postman or lady usually arrives about 2 o'clock each afternoon. So if you get your order in now and you're in the UK, it will be gone by 2. You might even get it by tomorrow. I can't guarantee that, depends on how good your postal service is where you live, but it will certainly be on its way from us by 2 o'clock this afternoon. And in the meantime, you go over to our website, which is carnationcrafts.co.uk, go to the download section. That's where all the artwork is. All the individual collections artwork are listed underneath the name. So if it's not on the top, which it normally would be for a launch, it's Wild Beauty you search for. Then you can print off all the coloured artwork for the tree and the animals and everything else. And the backgrounds and the sentiments are there, all free of charge. It's Carnation's thank you to you for buying the collection. Right then, demo 1.
Right, so for this one we're going in with that tree die again, but we're going to do it in a different way this time. So we're going to start off, we're going to use the mat from that, so we're going to make our card base this way. So like I did show you in the earlier show, there's so many different ways that you can actually pop that die together to build your card. Obviously you could just use the tree on its own. You've got the base in there as well. You've also got the picture stand in there, and then you could just use the tree, 2 of the trees. You've got this in there as well. So cut out that base.
There's probably about half a dozen ways of using that tree, isn't there, really?
And I think it's one of those, the more you use it, you'll start thinking of different ways that you can pop it together then.
Yeah.
So it is such a lovely one to use. I just love how different it looks. Like when you pop it together, and especially when you're using the base, so you don't see the card or anything, all you've done is done the base and pop the tree on, and it stands out so much already when really we haven't really done anything yet.
And people hold trees with such affection, certainly big dramatic ones like this. I'm not sure if this is an oak tree. I think it might be actually. We've got a big oak tree in our neighbour's garden that overhangs our garden, and it's so impressive.
Oh, is it?
I mean, it covers the lawn with leaves at the start. You can't see the green of the grass, but they're fantastic. And of course, people commemorate things with trees. Trees are great for the environment. Family tree, money tree, all those kind of significant things that people put associate with them.
Yeah, it could be for absolutely anything, couldn't it, at all? Right, now I've got my card base. So I've used one of the backgrounds that you get, which is included in the vignette. So when you download that, you're going to get the background. So we've done the card base. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these on there, because what I'm going to do is have this kind of stick out like that. So this is going to be the floor on the front of my card, okay? So we're going to glue this to our tree.
Again, it's only a small thing, but I've not seen anyone else do like an additional piece to the tree like that before. But
No, and you know, when you think of the characters and how you want to build them up,
yeah,
it's one of those things that just makes complete sense, and you think, well, how else has this been done before?
Yeah.
It looks so impressive.
most tree dyes will give you the tree and that's it. Then it's up to you to do with the base whatever you want, but
Yeah.
that comes with it.
So that now will sit there, and you can see you've got that perfect shape around the car base. So that just sits in there absolutely perfectly. Now I'm going to glue this down, because we're going to glue things on here. I don't want this to move around while we're doing it. Now, if I was doing this at home, I would probably put that on with foam tape or pinflet and leave it dry before I did this bit, because we're just going to move on, because I want to do the base part. I'm just going to glue it down flat.
Mm-hmm.
So just pop some glue around here.
Wonder how old that tree would be. Hundreds of years old, I would have thought.
Yeah, you don't realise how old, when you see a big tree, you don't really realise how old trees are, do you?
If trees could talk.
So that is going to sit there. So now, I'll just show you, that will stand up like that. So you've
Isn't that
got
beautiful?
that as your floor, and then you've got your tree, and then you've got obviously that nice silhouette around the top of the tree, which just looks lovely. And the fact that they've included the background as well, because even that black background, if I'd have just done that in white, it would have been a bit harsh against the tree, because you've got that lovely watercolour effect in the tree, and then that lovely watercolour effect of the background. It's so soft.
That makes it look like a sunrise. It's like you're up at
Yeah.
like 5:30, 6 in the morning, taking the dog for a walk. You see
Well,
a
not
tree.
now, you know.
Well, no, maybe not.
In the summertime.
Yeah, yeah. What time did the sun rise this morning? Because you were up at early, 4 o'clock or something, were you?
I don't know what time it was, because
It's about 7 now, isn't it? I think.
yeah, that probably sounds about right, because I think it was about 2 hours after I'd got up that it was finally starting to get a bit light. So I like autumn. I like when the leaves change and everything looks really pretty, but I hate the dark mornings and the dark nights.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Right, now this part, I've cut the tree out, so that, which has just left me with the leaves.
That looks incredible.
I've just stuck them, so I've just gone off, cut around there, and then popped that on just to add in a little bit more into that. And then we're going to start off with the floor then. So you've got these tabs, so you've got these pop-up elements, okay. Now can you see those score lines?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. We're zooming in for you. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So you've got score lines, like if I just bend,
So the die does the score lines
the
for you.
die does all the work for you, okay? So like I'm just doing this with my fingers. You don't need to get your ball tool out. Look, you can see the score lines there. So all you're going to do is just fold them. The score lines are in the die, okay? So you don't need to worry about trying to measure anything or working these out. You even have the artwork look for these as well, so that they blend in. So you can see it's the same kind of colour.
That's why it's good that you watch
in.
these shows, because on the picture, on the image, on the packaging, it's just a strip of metal, and you kind of think, what do I do with that? This is the pop-up mechanism. So it folds flat when you post it.
Yeah,
pops
so
up when
you'll
it's-
fold that like this, and then these two tabs then, all you're going to do is just put a little bit of glue, and then fold that back, and then these two glue onto each other. So that is now
So it looks like a
like
little
that.
crate.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then that is now going to sit there like that. So this flat bit is what you glue to the base, and then you now have this area to glue all of everything onto. So you can now just grab something and stick that there. So now he looks as if he's stood up. So instead of having it, if you imagine this was the card, so instead of going in with foam or your glue gel and trying to layer things on top of each other, you can pop that there and you get so much dimension in there having
And
that like that.
the pop-up element that you've just put together, even that has got a coloured vignette for it as well. It's not one of the perfect papers that we've used or anything like
No,
that.
and you get two as well, so you
Yeah,
can see that you've
you
got
get
the
a square one
rectangle
and a square.
and the square, so you can see depending on how far away you want them to be from the background, you can mix those in there as well. Right, let's pull that back over there.
Then you start to make your scene.
Yeah, so now all you've got to do now is just build up your scene, which I think is probably like one of the funnest bits when you're doing that. You just sit there and just pop your card together. So I'm going to start off with the background. So I'm just going to add a little bit of these in to the back. I'm going to add one there. I'm going to add this big one here as well. So, and I like having a bit of it hanging off. Obviously, if you don't want to, you could just turn that round and snip that little bit that comes off the edge.
It really is like you're the scene builder. And people travel for miles to see trees that are as dramatic as that.
Oh, absolutely. You could, couldn't you? Do you have a lot of trees by you, Joe?
Well,
Apart from in your back
I've got a
garden?
big oak garden. No, I haven't. I've got a big oak tree in my neighbour's garden that hangs over our garden. But where I live is on the edge of the New Forest, so there's trees everywhere.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, lovely.
And then I'm going to pop that one there.
My mum, though, bless her, is totally obsessed with the leaves in the autumn ruining her garden, and they live on the edge of a golf course, so there's trees absolutely everywhere. And she clears them up one day and they're back again the next, so she's just totally frustrated.
Oh, no. Right, let's
I bought her a leaf blower, but I think she'll probably get blown away by it rather than the leaves.
Did she? I remember you saying you were going to get it. And did she use it in the end?
I don't think she's plucked up the courage to use it yet. It's as big as she is, so yeah. I think she'll turn it on and she'll get blown away rather than...
Right, so that is going to go there. So let's add him here. So I'm going to pop this on here. So now what you can do is just add in a little bit of glue along the bottom, because he is just going to glue onto this part here. So you can see he's just, all I'm concentrating on is that those tabs there on the bottom, so these pop-up elements. If I keep it like that, you can, oh, do you want to go onto that camera again? And then you can, if I pull this up.
Now, hundreds of you are viewing or have viewed at the moment on Facebook. YouTube's been busy as well. Always lots of you Carnation Craft fans tune in for the launch day to be one of the first people in the world to have this collection. And that's what you will, be one of the first people.
Right, so I'm going to go in now. So I'm just going to pop this there. And then I'm going to... Now, one of the things I like doing with these pop-up tabs, because obviously you've got the front bit, which is where we've glued the fox to, but you've also got the back tab as well, so you can glue things there. So you can see you've still got space from the back, and you're going to have space from the front as well. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just pop a little bit of glue on there, and I'm going to glue it on the back of the one behind the fox. So can you see how that just looks like it's just behind him?
Mm-hmm.
So then let's do this bit next. So I've got my stand. So what I'm going to do is glue the owl so he looks as if he is stood on there.
Obviously, you're doing this at an awkward angle so you can see at home. Laura's at a bit of a wonky angle so you can see what's going on. At home, it's going to be a lot easier to do it just in front of you.
Yeah.
You've got to be double jointed sometimes in this job.
Right, let's glue. Oh, actually, I can't glue that. Let's glue that one on there. So we can have him there in the background.
Laura's using the pin flare glue gel, which will be on our website. We offer that. And the 7-day glue is on the website too.
Right, and then let's build up the front part here as well. So let's get our hair in. Now I'm going to pop that there, like that across the front. So same thing again, just get your wet glue, add that in, and then I'm just going to pop that there in the front. So then just give that a squeeze. So that's going to go there. And then we're going to pop him. Should we put him at the front?
Decisions.
I know. I always change my mind though. This is the worst thing. I always change my mind to whatever I've planned to do. I'll end up changing my mind.
But don't forget, the thing about the vignettes is Carnation, as far as I'm aware, were the first people to offer mirror vignettes, which basically give you a back and a front, so that if things are visible, they look good on both sides. But also, especially with animals, and with things that are leaning over, like branches and things like that, it means you can have a left and a right. You can have two animals looking at each other, or turn them to look in a different direction. That's what the mirror vignettes are really good for.
Yeah, so like this one, I'm going to flip this so that the bigger part is over the other side, so I'm not covering the hair. So see if I put that there now.
Yeah.
I'm covering a lot of him, whereas if I flip it,
You've got the option.
the smaller part is there.
Do you always print double-sided, mostly?
With the smaller things like this, I tend to, because I never know, unless somebody's asked me for something specific and I know exactly what I'm doing, because otherwise I don't really know what I'm going to end up making or what I'm going to use.
So do the double-sided, it gives you the option.
Yeah, so if you do double-sided, obviously you've got the option there, and you will end up using them as well. So it's not going to be, oh, I don't want to use the double-sided because it's going to sit there as a waste. You will end up using them. But for me, yeah, it just depends. I mean, if you know exactly what type of card you're making, and you know it's all going to get stuck down onto a card, then obviously you don't need to do the double-sided.
And you can save your ink then.
Yeah, but then you've got that option there. It's just nice to know that you've got the option if you need it as well. I know some people like to print off just like the flowers and things in the double-sided. So it's just giving people options, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we're going to pop in this now behind that fox, just to, I feel like that bit needs filling a bit. So let's add that in there like that. So we'll just have that one there. So we've got that. And then, let me just...
Happy with that? Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe. I'm going to stick the mill wheel in.
And the thing is as well, this is not a birthday card per se, it's a card that can be for any occasion. Absolutely any reason to send a card. Celebration, sadness, get well soon, whatever it is, it's kind of, it covers everything, doesn't it? Spans all the occasions.
Shall we put the stag in and have them all in, or shall we leave him like that?
We're having a get together.
What do you think? Oh, let's add
In
him.
or out?
Let's add him in, shall we?
Yeah, go on.
Or should we have him that way? Because then he's facing everybody.
Yeah. He's not been standoffish, he's joining in.
He's looking after everybody.
Yeah.
Right, let's pop him in.
How do you stick the vignettes together, the double-sided ones? Do you just use a wet glue or?
I use a wet glue. I know the girls here, they use a spray adhesive. I cannot get on with that spray
Does
adhesive.
it go all over you?
Yeah, I get more adhesive on things that aren't the cardstock that I want it on. So I just use a wet glue. I just flip the, so once you've cut them out, once you've printed them out, I will just get the sheet. I think I've got one, yeah. There you go. Right, so once you've printed these out, if you do the mirrored, that is what it's going to look like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you've got that line down the centre. Okay, so if you print it out and it doesn't have that line, then it's single-sided.
Okay.
If you've got it, and you get both, okay, so you don't need to think, oh, but which one do I get?
Yeah.
Which one do I download? You get both.
You don't pay for any of them.
No. So this line is for you to score on. So you're just going to fold across
So if you fold on that line,
that
that
black
means
line.
the images will meet perfectly.
Yes, you can see how they're mirrored, look. They will just fold and they meet up. So what I do is I will just go over with a wet glue, just like your everyday glue, and then close it, leave it dry a little bit, and then run it through.
And die cut it. Okay.
And then die cut it.
That's the way to do it.
And what I find as well when I do it, because you're using a wet glue, obviously when wet glue hardens, it hardens the cardstock as well. So when I use a wet glue, I feel like the cardstock feels thicker than what it is.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, so I just, for me, I can't get on with the spray glue. I use a wet glue. Obviously, if you are sat at home and you say, oh, but I always use a spray glue, then obviously stay with that. If that whatever works for you, do it. But that's what works for me.
And of course, all of the artwork are on our website right now, carnationcrafts.co.uk. That's where you'll find it. It's under the download section. Just look for, of course, the name of the collection, which is Wild Beauty. That's where the artwork will be. Now, if you print off one sheet of everything, that's fine. You can print off 100 sheets of everything, that's fine. There's no limit and there's no charge. So all the artwork's there for the tree, the artwork's there for the birds and the leaves on the next one, all the animals that we just showed you, double-sided vignettes, that's perfect for the animals, so they can be looking one way or the other. So all of that's there for you, free of charge to print off. I mean, think about how long it would take you to colour in the animals, or indeed the tree, to make it look realistic. You could have a go. If I had a go, I know I'd make a mess of it, and it probably wouldn't be something I'd be very happy with, and end up making a bit of a hash of a card. Because you get all the artwork professionally done, your card is guaranteed to look amazing. It's impossible to make a bad looking card with Carnation Crafts because they give you the artwork free. So that's the main collection today, which only launched basically yesterday on Facebook at just after 6. You could order it, and now today nearly 30% of the stock had gone by the time we came on air with this, our second show. If you like it, it's under £100, which is great. $99.99, free UK P&P. If you're in the USA, you can still order. There will be tariff charges obviously now and postage, but you can still get hold of this through us. We will ship it to you, no problem at all. Now I want to show you some more quick finished samples here. This is the one that really caught my eye earlier because it's the first one and the only one I've seen that's got the tree on the back. And you might think, well, it's kind of covered up, but it's a really good effect because you can see it through the archway and see bits of it on the sides as well. But it also gives more stability to the card. It helps it stand up at the same time by using those pop-up elements. So Janine has done that one. This one's using the card mats and layers. So basically you've got the tree itself with the background being the solid tree shape made into like a little tent fold. Barbara has done that one. So it's a kind of different takes on how to put the tree together. This one's been done by Pam, and I think Pam was watching earlier on in the first show. But she's cut the tree out twice, stuck the top of the tree together and scored it. So it's made it then its own kind of card blank. But that works really, really well using the ground and everything there as well. And then, of course, we've got the other dies. These other dies are different to the dies that you get in the collection. They're much bigger, but they will work with the collection really well. The oval one is on your screen at the moment. That's 251013. Now, these have got the easy aperture parts. Where you can see the red and the white lines, that's all one die. Where it's white with the red lines, they're separate dies. So you've got 2 mats and layer dies for the outside edge. All of the red is one solid die with the easy snip apertures, and then you've got the other separate dies in the middle going down in tiny increments, so you can have as many layers on this archway as you want, and it really is stunning. That is just $27.99. Lots of you are adding that into your order to go with the main collection. And then if you want the square one, similar but different and slightly smaller, so it's a lower price, it's $24.99, but again you've got the easy snip aperture technology in the die, which you can leave as it is or snip them away to create a bigger opening. And then you've got the smaller nesting dies that go in there as well. So it's a square, but it's got a rounded top to it as well. 251014 is your item number. Okay, we're about 20 minutes of the show left, so we've got time for another demo, I hope.
Right, so we're going to use the Tranquil arches for this one. So in that main bundle, and I am going to use the matte layers, so the back biggest die for the base, okay, because I do think these are big enough for your car bases. So like we said, it's kind of like you're getting 3 car bases in there.
Yeah. Kate Scobie's just got in touch on Facebook. She says, just printing off everything now, Dave. It's a beautiful collection. I'm glad you like it. It really is. I love trees. I absolutely adore trees.
It's so nice though that you can purchase obviously the kit, but you can, because I think we're all the same, that when we buy something, you know, you want to press everything, sail through, and then you want the doorbell to ring, don't you? But at least once you've bought it, you can actually go on and you can download and you can be printing everything ready.
So you get something straight away.
Yeah, and you can have a look at the artwork and have a look and think, you know, what do I want to print out? What do I want to get ready for when obviously your delivery comes, which will probably be tomorrow.
Can't guarantee it.
No.
Depends how good your postal service is. It's different around the country, as I've found out.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? I was telling Bunny the other week that my Royal Mail will come really early in the morning, but if I order something that comes with a courier, he will not, I think I must be like the last stop, so he will not come to my house till, I think the earliest he has been is like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
What, in the evening?
Yeah. So it's like, I know, even if
drop.
it comes, I've got to wait the whole day because I think I'm the last stop.
Well, I think, because I'm away working quite a lot, I think we get postal services every day at my house, but when my mum and dad live, they only get 3 a week. 3 deliveries.
Do you know, I think by me they're going down to that, which is...
So it depends where you live, basically, but it will be shipped today. If you order it now, it'll be out the door by 2 o'clock.
Right, so we've done the car base, we've put a mat on next, and the mat is using the background paper that you get in with the artwork, so that lovely scene there. So we've got that. Then we've cut out the easy aperture part of this. Okay, now I've gone in and snipped these parts away so you can see, look, how easy. You've got them in there. You're just snipping away those little lines. That's all you're doing, okay? You're not fussy cutting. You are just snipping away those little bits. So I'm going to add a bit of foam tape onto these, and then I'm going to stick that onto there. But I just want to put some tape on this to get a bit of height behind it. So let's pop this one in.
We are busy for this collection, getting busier and busier.
So the tape I'm using as well, which I used in the last one because it does fit perfectly on these, is the Clean and Simple tape. So if you are ordering and you want to add anything else into your basket, this might be a good one to add in.
So you can buy that separately, can you? Not just in the Clean and Simple kits?
No, yeah, you can get it separate as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can get it on the website.
And talking of Clean and Simple, it's not Clean and Simple tomorrow, it's another look at this collection, but Dawn's here doing it tomorrow. Dawn Wheeler.
She will be.
That's 11 and 1 tomorrow, different times, 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Get the wheeler spin on things.
Let's add. I think it's nice though for a collection, because obviously Dawn will look at things completely differently.
Dawn does look at things differently, believe
me. To how I do. Right, so we've got that in there. And then, so this exact same panel, I've gone back in, cut it out in white, I think, and then snipped this bit away. So now that is just going to sit on there like that. So like my branch part is a completely different colour. So I'm going to glue this down.
Now Kate again has, Kate who is printing off everything, she says on Facebook, my first collection was Misty Morning. Dave was with Hannah. Oh yeah, I remember. And I was hooked. I can't remember the collection, but I remember obviously working with Hannah. Can't wait for the dies because I think it will work so well with that collection. I'm sure it will, Kate. I mean, so many of the collections work with each other, don't they? So
yeah, they do. I think that's one of the lovely things that Carnation do look at. You know, their previous collections. Oh, I've gone way too much glue. And how things will work together. And obviously the fact that everything's coming from the same place.
Yeah.
So is drawing everything. So everything comes from one place, and then you've got Bunny and Jazz. You know, it's the same team that goes through everything, so everything does work.
And don't forget, you can make and sell. Even though the artwork is given to you free and it's, you know, someone else has done it, they are quite happy for you to go to your church fairs, craft fairs, and sell what you make for personal profit or for charity. No problem.
Right, so we've popped that on there now. So you can see, look, already you're getting some real dimension in those layers. So we've got that there. So now we're going to go in and add some of our scene building elements into here. So to start off with, I'm going to add some flowers in the background. So we're going to pop these in. Let's grab some glue. So let's add this bit in first. I'm going to add that there. And then we'll add this one in. And the lovely thing with this is, obviously with your pin flare, don't be afraid to go in and move things around.
And also don't be afraid to snip things down. If something's too long, snip it.
Exactly, and you can see, look, how you can flip the image as well. So you never, you know, I didn't really understand it before, but, you know, I'd get certain collections, or maybe I'd get, you know, I'd buy certain dyes, like maybe I'd buy a flower from here and something from there, and I'd think, oh, you know, these are all autumn themed, they're going to work perfectly together. But unless the design, the easiest way I can explain it is, when you look at anything with carnation, it looks as if it's got movement. So when you pop them together, nothing looks flat. It never looks as if you've just stuck, you know, something on top, or a flower next to something. They look as if they were meant to be together, so they just work really well.
And all the years that I've been presenting carnation craft shows, wherever that may be, people have always said to me, when I'm at a craft fair or something, it's always my carnation craft cards that sell the quickest and get the most attention, because they look so professional, they look different, they look well thought through, well composed, and they're just beautiful.
Yeah, and again,
I think they're much more than a card.
Yeah, and again, I think it's due to the fact that you don't have to. Like, if I had to go in and colour, so all the elements that I'm going to put on here now, if I had to colour all of these in before coming here to demo, I wouldn't be using this many elements, and we'd probably only do one demo a show, because it would take me so long to actually colour these in. You know, even if I was using watercolour, you know, it's still going to take you time. And then if you're like me, even when I use watercolour, I'll colour something in and I'll look at it and I'll think, no, something's not right. Something's not right. I think I need to add more of this colour in, or this colour in.
I mean, it's in effect almost like you've got your own personal artist in Nick and the team, because, you know, who else says, oh, have our artwork free of charge and you can sell what you make? I mean, it's a brilliant idea, and a really generous one too, I think.
Yeah, and again, it's that thing of how amazing the artwork is, because even if you do like colouring, and obviously you can cut these out, so you have all of the detail cut lines in there. So if you do want to cut them out, and you think, do you know what, I want to cut that out, I want to colour them in, you can absolutely do that. You've still got all of those detail cut lines in there, so you can follow the cut lines and colour them in. But I know I would not be able to colour these in to the level of detail that is on here. So for me, it's just a game changer.
And I think that's why Carnation Crafts gives so much joy to people, because you're working with such beautiful artwork, and it's yours. As soon as you've made that card, it's your artwork, it's your creation, and you're making something beautiful.
Yeah, and I think, again, like I said earlier, the fact that you don't have to limit yourself to anything, like you don't have to try and limit yourself to, oh well, I've used, you know, 2 animals on this card now, I'm not going to use any more, because you don't want to run out of the artwork, you know, you don't want to run out of pages or anything like that. You'd never have to feel like that. You can just go in and add as much as you want. So I've added the artwork on there now for the branches on the top. and we're going to bring in some more elements now. So I've got my sign post, and I'm going to flip that round, so that is going to sit this side.
And remember, this archway is the 27.99 archway, isn't it? This one you're using, is that right? Oh no, actually,
No, this
it's
is
the
part of the bundle.
that's in the bundle. Beg your pardon. Yes, you're right.
So this is going to go on there. Obviously, you could, everything that I'm doing, you could still do with the those two archways as well. You could still do the exact same design where you've cut into it like this with them two as well, but this one is one that's included in the bundle.
And that's a slightly different size, slightly smaller than the arch extra dies that we've got in the show, so but it will work with them beautifully.
Yeah. Right, let's add. Right, I'm going to add in the millstone. So I'm going to pop that there on the bottom.
I don't know how Nick knows when to
Mill
stop.
wheel.
Because if I was as talented artist as he is and his team, I just want to keep on going. I would never want to stop creating wonderful things.
Well, thankfully, Dave, they haven't stopped yet.
No, they haven't. I mean, you know, when do they kind of turn the light off at the end of the day? So that's enough for
right,
today. I
yeah.
just want to keep on going, you know.
Let's add that in there. And then this little flower that we cut off, what I'm going to do is snip that down. And we're going to add that in as well. So now I am just doing what I would say is like the funnest part, where you can just go in and just build these up. And this I find sometimes the hardest bit, of knowing when to be, okay,
That's enough.
stop, walk away.
But also, because you've got all these different individual elements, no two cards you make need ever be the same. You can put things in different positions, put things behind things. So, you know, you've got that element of, well, it's variety, I suppose.
Yeah, and I genuinely think that no two cards you make will be the same either, because even if you try making one exactly the same, it'll end up being slightly different in some shape or form. So that you've always got that in there as well. Right, let's pop this over this side. Bring this bit out a bit more. Like that. And then I have got my little tree as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll pop that just behind there, just to bring in a bit of green. And there. That, and then we've got
Oh, the sentiment.
your sentiment. May peace settle around you. So I've got the blue.
Now remember, these sentiments are pretty different in that you've got a whole sheet of A4 that you can print out, and you're getting the dies in exactly the right shape and size to cut them out once you've printed them.
Yeah, and you've got them with white. So you can see this one, the writing's in white. You've got some where the writing is in black as well.
Yeah.
But you've got the right colours in there then to match up with your perfect papers as well.
And they're included with the vignettes.
Yes, so you've got them in there ready to go. And which is nice as well, you've got the 4 dies for the sentiments. So you could literally just batch cut a load of those sentiments and just have them there then ready to go.
And there we go. Demo number 2. Remember, this is show 2 of a 3-show day. It's launch day. We always do 3 shows on a launch day. And it's Wild Beauty Collection, which is going down a storm. Approaching 35% now of the entire available stock has gone. Remember, the price on the screen is not the price it will be going forward. It's a special launch price that everyone is entitled to have just through watching the launch show. Okay, so $99.99 is your price. It's going to go up in a few days' time, but if you get it today, it's $99.99. So many ways of displaying the tree as well. You can either have it with the card blank attached at the back, completely independent of that. You can use, of course, the stand and the grounding tool that comes with it there as well, and the little stand at the back if you choose to. But the whole thing, it's all about the tree and the animals, as far as I'm concerned, the added foliage and everything around it. But remember, you're going to get in total card blank, card blank, card blank. 3 carte blanks in this collection for under £100, and it's 251006, your item number. If you do want to go for the other frames, we've got the oval and we've got the square frames, which are slightly bigger than the 2 frames you get in with the collection. There they are. Now they are £27.99 for the oval and £24.99 for the square. So there they are on the screen if you would like those. And they've got the easy snip aperture built into the main body of the die. So where you can see the red, there are the die cuts, which mean that they'll be attached, but you can snip them with a craft knife and take them away to make a bigger aperture if you want to. And then all the other dies in the centre are separate dies. And you get 2 matte and layering dies on the outside for your carte blank as well. And quickly we'll go through the boards to show you exactly what you get in the main collection again.
Yeah, so we're starting off with the tree. So like Dave said, you've got that tree and you've got the base there with that floor element. You've also got the die there to give you the card shape of the tree, but you've also got the picture stand as well. So you could have that on the back, you could use 2 of the trees together to make it. You've also got the foliage in there as well, so you can see what they're going to look like. With the artwork, you've even got smaller trees there as well then that you can hide and tuck behind the mountains to build that scene up. Then you've got your roaming friends, so you've got those lovely animals there. They really make me think of something out of a storybook. They just look so nostalgic, really, really soft colouring in there as well, really, really pretty. Then you've got your meadow flora, so you've got your flowers there. These are the ones that we just used. So you can see just bringing them in, they fit perfectly around the card shapes that you've got in here as well. Plus you have the decoupage that you can use to bring them up a bit more. And then this was the one that we just used. So you can see you've got your artwork there for the leaves to go on the top. You've got the artwork for the birds and you've got clouds that you can add in too. But you've got those easy apertures, so really easy to go in and snip. So this is how I did so many layers. You do have 2 for the inside as well, so you can use them, but really easy to go in and snip those out. Then you've got your moorland features, so you've got that mill wheel, you've got the post there, and then you've got your foliage to bring in. They just work so well, they're perfect grounding elements, and they just easily fit into all of your scenes. I think they're on almost every card the design team have done. And then we've got the sentiments, so them are your 4 dies, and then these are your sentiments. So you can see your different colourways that you get them in, and you do get them with the writing in black and the writing in white. I just think the white is like a softer look to it, really, really pretty. So you do get those in there as well.
There they are. They're beautiful, and of course they're printed sheets. The dies coming in the collection will cut those sentiments out perfectly, so when you get them and you think, what are those weird shapes, that's what they're there for. And then also don't forget the perfect papers as well. You get 48 of them, 300 GSM cardstock in colourways that will complement, of course, the main artwork, which you can print off right now. And Kate did actually mention, she said, I've also just looked at the background papers, think they may have been forgotten. We did mention the background papers earlier on. They're there to be printed off as well. Daphne Rogers says, morning Dave and Laura, gutted, cannot shop at the moment as Canada has a postal strike. My past orders are in storage till goodness knows when. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Daphne. Well, they'll get to you eventually. Positivity, they will get to you, but yeah, postal services around the world maybe work differently. Yeah, well, fingers crossed, Daphne. Good luck you get your post very, very soon. Thank you for your company. I'll be back next month with another launch, but you're here at what, when? 2. You're back at 2.
Yes,
with
I'm
another
back at
look
2.
at this collection.
Yes.
And Dawn's here tomorrow at 11 and 11 and 1 tomorrow with 2 more looks at the collection as well. So enjoy your investment today, because it is an investment that will just keep on giving back to you, giving back to you, giving back to you. I'll see you soon, but join Laura at